Good morning, everyone. Saturday morning. I just wanted to check in and thank all my peeps for describing me in one word. How sweet. I really had fun doing that, and I appreciate all your comments. And, a lot of you put creative, talented, sharing feelings. So here I am. I've been working on a project, and it's too good. I'm writing a book, working on a webinar, but it's too good not to start sharing with you now because I think people can benefit from it. So I'm just going to give you a little taste here, and every day I will try to put little snippets, or at least a couple times a week, so that you are along with me. Sorry, going to adjust a little bit. Along with me while I'm writing the book. And I just think it's working for me. I'm feeling successful, and maybe I can help you all feel successful too. So the title of it right now, everything's very rough draft. I just started it this morning, so it's really just me henpecking. But 2020, the year of change. Adversity, friction, failure, discouragement. What? Who starts a book of inspiration, of encouragement with such words? I know, I hear you, but these words, the feelings of adversity, friction, failure, discouragement, are exactly where change begins. So that's just the very beginning of the book. But it's true, right? Doesn't that describe this year? Adversity, friction, failure, discouragement. 2020 has been a rough year, for sure. So what I'm going to do is I actually picked a goal, which I have picked for 10 years, of losing weight. Used to be 20 pounds. Now it's 30 pounds. To be honest, I was reading back my journals, and I bet for 10 years I've wanted to lose weight. And why can I it's a couple pounds here or there, and then I waver, right? Especially, hormones, we go up, we go down a couple pounds. So I'm like, how can I make it not overwhelming? So what I'm going to do is I'm going to give you the steps that I took to start making it. I'm going to give you juice right now so you could get started today, right? First thing I did, it was March 25th of this 2020. Or no, it was January 25th of this year. And I said, I'm going to decide to lose weight. So the first thing I had to do was decide and commit. I said, I'm going to commit to adding one different thing in my life that might lead to weight loss. Now, I had seen a lot of times I just read like the YouTube beginning lines to try and get you to watch them. And there was like 2 or 3 that said, I walked 10,000 steps for a year, and guess what happened? I didn't even look at the YouTubes, but I thought, well, it must be good because they're posting it on YouTube. So I said to a lady I work with that I sit next to, and we always talk about our eating plans, and we're always on a new exercise kick. And I said, you know what, Amber? I am going to focus on just adding, I probably walked 8,000 steps a day. Not that I tracked it that often, but I probably walked about at least 8,000. I said, I am going to start walking 10,000 steps a day and see if I can't lose some weight. I'm not going to change any other thing, but I'm just going to focus on that one thing because I'm too busy to focus on 8 things. So instead of a home run, I'm going to do singles and see if I can get to first base. So that's what I started doing. She showed me about this little app. It's called Pacer. That's free, and it helps me chart my steps. It tells me how many calories I burned, tell me how many miles I walked. So I'm like, cool. Now I can kind of check and see that I'm getting that 10,000 steps a day. So sure enough, I started walking down 1 pound, down 2 pounds. So I was losing about pound and a half a week. Now I hadn't done that in like 10 years. I maybe lost 2 pounds and then would start going back up. So I'm like, well, it seems to be at least working now, so I'm going to keep walking. Well, sure enough, I started seeing progress, which is another key. You need to see progress quickly and consistently. So by the end of February, I was down like 15 pounds. That was unheard of. Yeah, it wasn't 30 pounds, but boy, I was closer to the 30 pounds, wasn't I? Do you think that didn't build a little fire under me and like confidence that, oh my God, I can lose weight? Look at me, just by walking more, by adding, not subtracting anything, adding a few steps a day, I'm losing weight. It was like magic. Now, sure, I had the people at work, right? One lady said, you aren't losing weight just by walking. And I said, okay, but I'm down, 10, 15 pounds. Then I had another lady, I'd be walking in place talking to her, and she's like, that's cheating. I said, okay, but I'm still losing weight. So those are the steps that I took. And of course, once I started building confidence, it made me want to continue that. And I said, I'm going to do this. Eventually, I'm going to plateau, but I'm going to do this until I stop losing weight. Then I'll worry about the next focus item. And by then, I'll already be doing 10,000 steps a day pretty easily. So that's the beginning of my story. Those are the steps. And it may not be that you want to lose weight. But what I would say to you is, what is the one thing that every year you tell yourself, you promise yourself you're going to do, and you don't get there? Do you know every time you don't get there, it takes a little piece of you? And so I'm saying, let's come back to life, especially 2020 has been a rough year. Find the one thing you've been promising yourself, and let's, go ahead and put it online or message me, and I'll try to help you figure out how to use these steps to start practicing that and see if you can get to that goal or even closer to that goal. But it's not a home run, I'm going to tell you. But I barely felt like I've added steps. And I'm going to tell you, just so you know the end result, and then, I'll get into more details as I do this and write part of the book for you. But it is now August 15th, and I am down 20 and a half pounds. And that's during a pandemic. So I'll tell you that story at some point too, and how I continued to stay focused, because obviously there was a little plateau there, right? For everybody, everything stopped. But again, let's just do it one more time. Decide on one thing you need to change, or one thing you've promised yourself. Commit to add one thing a day that might lead to that. Focus on it. That's your focus. Every day, make sure you get that. I mean, some days I was up at 10 o'clock walking a little bit, not too stressfully, because I wanted to be able to sleep, but gently walking to get to that 10,000. Very rare, but every once in a while. See, we need to do something so you see progress quickly and consistency. And if you don't see it, then you need to change that one thing. Do you see what I'm saying? After a few weeks, if you're not seeing it, there's no progress, time to switch the one thing. What else can you add and just get rid of that? That's clearly not working, okay? And through that, you're going to build confidence, and you are going to find motivation and inspiration to do this. So remember, the catalyst to your change was just like I said in the beginning, right? What are your adversities, your friction, your failure? What discourages you? Thank it. What frustrates you? Thank it. And let's start today to change. Thank you. So this is just a little snippet for all you people that gave me that one word of who I am. I want to share this stuff with you because it is good. It is good. And it's going to, my favorite story right now is my success story. And I want your favorite story to be your success story. So stay tuned. Let me know what you think of this video once I put it out. Because if it's not really great, I don't need to share it. But I think it's going to be great for all of you. So have a great Saturday. And find that one thing that we can focus on. Like I said, feel free to message me if you don't want to share with everybody, and I'll try to help you correlate a plan. The plan's not hard. Focus on that one thing. Be consistent, right? So again, let me know what you're thinking. And you all are very special as well. And in one word, I just want to say today, you're beautiful. And you have permission to progress and change.